Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome to some gameplay of Napalmratte. Today's topic will be about a topic that has been discussed a lot from many peoples, or by many peoples, and the Challenger and the Centurion Mark I will both help me showcasing the problem. It's not just a problem with the British tanks, but British tanks I think suffer the most by it. It has to do with the unreliability of ammunition. And that is a problem, I guess, throughout the entirety of the nations so far. And then there is the other topic that the problem shifts from nation to nation, from patch to patch, between tanks and aircraft. In one patch, aircraft seem to be fine, then this weapon type gets buffed and the other one gets nerfed, then the hit registration seems to be off, and the question is, why is that? Why is that still a thing in a game that has the potential to be, in my opinion, the best game that there is in this genre? War Thunder is for a long time playing with, how to say it? Yeah, it's not just playing with the morale, but also with the patience of players regarding this topic. And it's a very frustrating one. Because sometimes you drive tanks or fly aircraft that are not the easiest ones for the game modes or regarding up tiers and so on. And then you put all the efforts, positioning yourself right, taking good aim, pulling the trigger, nothing happens, and then the return shot or a return action just simply takes you out in return very easily, and that is deeply frustrating. Here we have a Yak Panther, and I shot his engine, set him on fire for the second time, and he does a smart thing. He actually rolls down the slope, and that was badly aimed, I know, but the tank is still there, and that was kind of a lucky shot, but this is how you take out a tank from the front when it is German. Then there is another tank, and I bounce one shot, and I think that I misjudged here the problem, that I destroyed the Yak Panther that burned down, but I thought that the M41 Walker Bulldog actually was the one getting killed, because the kill message came in at the very same moment, but I corrected my mistake in the next second and shot him through the tree. That I hit the last crew member was a bit of a lucky situation right there, and yeah, that is a preferable situation. And now I heard that somebody was around, so I just did the one thing that you always do: you keep calm, take aim, and just deal with the enemy. I didn't hit the gunner, but I hit the turret ring, and yeah, he gave up basically a little bit, and I destroyed him with the second shot. So 4 kills right there, good result. That tiger here, he was waiting for me, he just took out the gunner. I thought I would be doomed, but the Black Prince ammo-racked him, what it seems like. So that was kind of a lucky situation right there, that one of my team members was there in time. And then I receive a hit. I should have stayed in cover for much longer, but then I get taken out by another M41 Walker Bulldog. So there's that. And now I do something that I just said is not really worth it. I respawn. But here is the difference. Here the balance in the battle is not decided yet. I was taken out in a moment that was not decisive or crucial. So the balance for victory can shift either way. I have enough spawn points, and for me personally, I have to respect those tanks for all the smoke launches and smoke shells that you can get. Back to the hit registration. So it's not just that you sometimes have issues with the hit registration regardless of the ping and so on, but also the damage effect. And that then comes into play with the effect of the shell. especially British tanks that rely mostly exclusively on solid shells. Some rare ones have APHE, I think 3 overall, 2 of them are premium, and then at higher tiers they also have access to hash. So that is always very important, that the post-penetration effect is there, is on point, and while you never really can compete in this game with APHE shells in raw damage output and simplicity of killing the enemy, especially with side shots, this is I think a very tricky situation with the British ones, you still can make them work. With a fully upgraded gun, with a fully upgraded crew, you can put very effective shots into the enemy. And watch this shot. That was a direct ammunition hit, but it was at the end of the last shell of the entire ammo rack. Maybe that shell wasn't even there anymore, because you know how the ammo racks are displayed when you take out certain amounts of shells. But at the end of the day, right, nice meme right there, the ammunition is black. So what are the consequences for that tank? Actually, they are positive, because now it's much harder to actually ammo rack him on that ammo rack. It's still possible, but less likely, at least to my experience. And you know, he still can use that ammunition. I think this is very, very unrealistically. He tries to poke around and I bounce him. I move forwards to deny him the fast shot into me. I can reload, he pokes up anyways, and I kill his cannon breach. And that now puts him in a big disadvantage, because yeah, now he can't fire back for quite some time, and he has to stick, and he has to be stationary. There's an RU-251. He hits me hard with the hash shell, and now my frontal ammo rack is black. I got detracked and my gun got slightly damaged. Yet I could return fire, got a kill assist on the M41 Walker Bulldog, and kill the RE-251 here by taking out the loader. Then here is another M41 Walker Bulldog, seems to be quite popular lately. And I just reloaded in time to put a shell right through the upper frontal plate, killing 3 or 4 out of the entirety of this crew. I got prepared and off I go with a black ammo rack that doesn't affect my, you know, overall performance. I'm down to 2 crew members. That hurts me much more than a black ammo rack. Now, the real criticism here is that this is a well-known problem since the closed beta stages of War Thunder Ground Forces in which I participated. And this problem never has been really addressed, which is all the more baffling since, you know, airplanes get adjusted battle rating wise and also with different flight models. We even saw the addition of a new nation and numerous other implementations such as ATGMs and yeah, even smoke launchers. But one of the core mechanics of ground forces, namely the hit registration, all that, you know, is required. Nice meme right there. Perfect American pilot. You know, this is how they won the war. Jokes aside, back to the topic. One of the core mechanics that just is very, very decisive has not been fixed for a very long time. We saw better times and worse times with overall their performance, and that is just very strange, because why actually that? Is it really such a big problem for Gaijin to deal with the servers, with the hit registration, with the pings and so on? Because when I began to play War Thunder, that never seemed to be a real big problem. It just became really a problem when I switched to RB. In arcade, it never really was not a big issue. Yes, you in the aircraft you can reload and you have different flight models, but at the core, this is just simply something that I don't, you know, get. Yes, there have been numerous Reddit posts about that. It has been discussed for a very long time. But, you know, lately it seems to be going on much more, especially with my last E100 gameplay that I showed you, you know, welcome to the channel. When even APHE fails, granted against Russians, but, you know, then the game lacks its enjoyment. And here I got a lot of awards, decent income, 46,000 silver lines, 4,000 modification research points, and yeah, with a 15% booster, puts me in first place with 6 kills, 2 assists, 2,139 score points. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.